Oh, what is the upskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 155 of my wrestling recap show, and we're doing a pay-per-view review yet again, and this time it's AEW yet again with another big one. It's AEW's All Out in Chicago, and this is a special place for AEW. I believe this is I think this is where the first All Out took place back in 2019, 2020, something like that. But Chicago has always been kind of the home base for AEW, and every time they go to Chicago, it's a big deal. It was a bigger deal every time they went when CM Punk was there. Kind of annoying, but regardless, the Chicago crowd, always a good time. So we'll dive into the pre-show, or 0 hour, if you will. I'm going to kind of fly through this one. I watched it, but kind of glazed over because it was all tag team matches. And, jeez, man, I mean, I get it. It's a free thing that I think they throw it on YouTube and all that stuff. So you can just watch it for free. But, man, they pack in a lot of stuff on a pre-show that's about an hour 20, hour 30 minutes. So let's see what we got. We got the Iron Savages, so hey, good start. I like that. They're doing their thing on their way to the ring, and they're going up against the Acclaimed on the pre-show. So aren't the Acclaimed... No, they don't have any championships. Anyway, we get Bronson dive to the outside. Boulder nails a very impressive moonsault. He's a massive man, so yeah, that's cool. Savages nail the Avalanche pin. That gets broken up. Savages miss the double cannonball. Daddy gets revenge with a cheap shot. Caster FU looking just like John Cena on the Big Show back in, what was that, WrestleMania 20 or something? Anyway, Acclaimed, mic drop, and they grab the win. Great to see the Savages having a pretty competitive match against former champions, so a good sign for them, moving their way up the tag team ladder. I like that. Pretty standard tag team match right here, though, so I don't know, a 5 atan. We get another tag team match, this time trios fashion. Guevara, Dustin Rhodes, and Hologram versus the Premier Athletes Daivari, Woods, Tony Nese with Mark Sterling. Hologram on fire. He's slowed down by an anti-air slam. Dustin, hot tag, hits a destroyer. Crowd goes nuts. Crossroads, good guys win. Literally a copy and paste match that they had, I think, like rather the day before or on Wednesday. It was like just a couple of days prior. Hologram got stuck with these with Dustin and Guevara. Like, how did they not have, like, Sammy and Dustin have two trios and tag team title? How are they not defending on, like, why aren't you doing that? Like, it's such a weird match to have. Again, it's pre-show, but you could have had a title match right here. If you're gonna have Rhodes and Guevara, why not have them defend a title? Very confusing, very unnecessary. Good to have everybody involved in the show, but 4 out of 10? I don't know, very unnecessary. We get the Bang Bang Gang. It's Guns and both the Guns and Juice versus Dark Order. Dark Order. Another trios match. Dark Order, funny submission, traps Juice, and then they pose on top of him. That was funny. Everyone gets the hot tag from Bullet Club Gold. Seemed to be on the... Excuse me. What I'm trying to say here is that every hot tag that seems to go down from either side just seems to be a flurry of punches, especially from Bullet Club Gold. Whoever comes in, Juice comes in, punch, punch, punch. Fucking one of the Guns comes in, punch, punch, punch. Very Dax Harwood style hot tags. It was just, I don't know, kind of one note. And that's that. Another standard trios match. The Bullet Club win. I don't know, 4 out of 5. I don't know. This just, I'm getting numb at this point. We get, okay, this is nice. We get something a little bit different. It's Chicago's own Sky Blue. She comes out to give Chicago an update on her injury. She's still on crutches. She's still quite a ways away from her return, but she was like, I'm not missing an opportunity to come out and say hey to Chicago. So that's awesome. But then Mariah May shows up, trash talking Blue and Chicago. Sky calls May a skank, straight up. Mariah attacks the injured Blue, and then Queen Aminata comes to the rescue. So Mariah again teased a potential celebration for her championship victory, teased it maybe at Chicago. She comes out, she's like, nah, I'm not going to do it here. So I don't know. At this point, I've given up hope for the celebration. We get, you guessed it, it's a trios match, but a three-way trios match. This one's actually good. We get Top Flight versus the Undisputed Kingdom versus Shane Taylor Promotions, Moriarty, but they add in Mortos with the Shane Taylor Promotions because they're like, fuck it, why not? We got to get Mortos out there. Roddy ends up stealing the win for Undisputed Kingdom with a knee strike. Kingdom celebrate like they won the frickin' Stanley Cup. They got Roddy on the shoulders. They're running around, high-fiving nobody because nobody in the crowd will, they're not worthy. Anyway, definitely the best match on 0 Hour. Lots of action. Fucking Mortos being insane. I fucking love that guy. He is just one of the best. Definitely one of the diamonds. Well, just one of the hidden diamonds in AEW. The guy is unbelievable. I wish he and Hologram, they could have just had another singles match. I feel like that would have been better to have a little bit of variety here. But overall, there was good action, high-flying tag team stuff going on. 7 out of 10, sure. I was still pretty numb at this point, so, it probably would have been a higher... If this would have been the only match, I would say that was worthwhile to watch, or even, not to be rude, to have on the pre-show, but regardless, 7 out of 10 for that, and I shouldn't be complaining about free wrestling on a pre-show, but holy crap, the pacing. 4 straight tag team matches, it just all ended up melting together. The last match did stand out a little bit, but... yeah, honestly, none of this stuff is it's nothing special. It's all stuff I've seen dozens of times on AEW, literally this week. So, yeah, if you skipped it, don't blame you. You didn't miss anything crazy. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. How about that? Main card time. They're starting off in fashion. Throughout the pre-show, they had, what's his face? Danny Magic, something like that. He's talking on commentary, and apparently he's getting text messages from Danny Garcia, and he's like, he's a caged animal back there. He just wants to be unleashed, and they unleash him. MJF versus Danny Garcia, and Garcia has his head wrapped up from MJF smashing a wine bottle over Danny's head earlier in the week. Garcia jumps Max before the bell, hence the uncaged thing. He was unleashed. MJF suplexes Danny over the ropes. They both go over for a scary-looking fall. Max gnaws and punches Danny's head, reopening the cut. We get some blood. Max attempts a avalanche tombstone. Thankfully, Garcia counters with a mean DDT. Max mule kick to Danny's face into the Panama Sunrise. We get a near fall. Max spits in Garcia's face. That's fucking disgusting, and Danny gets very angry about it. Don't blame ya. He eats a suplex and then blasts Max with a lariat. Garcia and MJF trading label locks. Neither of them will tap out. And then Danny, sharpshooter, locked in deep. He is pulling back. Oh my goodness. Max counters with an armbar, starts stretching multiple of Garcia's limbs all at once, very key, and Garcia gets the rope with his tippy toe. I'll give that a thumbs up. That was dope. Danny smacking the bejesus out of Max. Awesome. Garcia locks in a guillotine, hits a vicious spike pile driver. Max kicks out. Damn. MJF hides behind the referee, nails Garcia in the ding-ding with a sneaky low blow. We get a jackknife pin, and Maxwell wins. I'm honestly not a fan of that finish right there. I feel like Danny should have gotten the win on pay-per-view right here, man. You're trying to build this guy up. MJF, he doesn't need another pay-per-view win right here. I feel like he could sacrifice it here to help out Danny. I'm hoping Danny gets one at some point here, but I felt like this was the perfect opportunity. Max didn't have a title. I felt like it was a great spot, and to have Danny lose here by getting kicked in the dick, I don't know, man. After all the damage he took, I didn't like that finish, but I don't know. Max using the same tactics as before as well. He's done this numerous times, and he's done it against Garcia, so Garcia could have seen it coming. It would have been great if he caught the kick, and then Garcia gets the finish and wins. That would have been what I was looking for. Regardless, Match was a banger. Very impressive range of styles from both. Counters and submission transitions were awesome. Stiff shots exchanged. Felt like a match with real hatred. I think they nailed that feel, that atmosphere. Very impressive. Banger to kick off the show. Max pretends to be a good sport, tries to shake Garcia's hand. It's a trap. This time Garcia doesn't fall for it. Danny avoids the low blow, then destroys, and I mean destroys MJF with an avalanche spike pile driver. MJF taken out of the ring by medical and all that great stuff. Nice selling right there, but that's a scary bump right there. It looked like he was well protected. Maxwell, he seemed like he was okay, but yeah, great selling right there. Hopefully everyone's fine, but yeah, good stuff. We move now to the AEW Tag Team Championship match. It's the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, defending against the Blackpool Combat Club's Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. Nicholas kicks the barricade in frustration, hurting himself. That busted me. I don't know why. It just made me laugh really a lot. Too much, in fact. Bucks focus on Yuta hitting numerous tag combos. After a Bucks miscommunication, Yuta gets the tag to Claudio, who goes nuts. Claudio smashing into the barricade, checks on the fans because Claudio's just a good man. He's a good man. I heard him. You can audibly hear him. You guys okay? Okay, good. And then he moves back onto the match. Anyway, Blackpool, unique offense using the Bucks to hurt each other. That was fun. Yuta with the seatbelt pinfall Matthew. There you go. Matthew kicks out. That was close. Yuta German suplex into the cattle mutilation. Nicholas Senton breaks it up. EVP trigger connects on Claudio. Yuta makes the save. Claudio blocks the EVP trigger, swings Matthew into a frickin' coma. Claudio leaps to the top to save Yuta with an uppercut superplex combo. That was dope. Thumbs up. Yuta's splash lands on the knees. That looks so freaking painful. Matthew pins. Nicholas holds down Claudio, and the Bucks retain. Now, that's a finish I actually really liked. I will say the match went on a little bit too long, kind of that classic Bucks thing. Lots of near falls, probably too many. Lots of close saves, maybe one too many. Big old combos, I was fine with those. Yuta took tons of punishment, nice work from him. And Claudio being inhuman as usual. Very good matchup right here. 7.5. We go now to the International Championship match. It is Will Ospreay, honestly, I should have double checked this. I don't even know what this was honestly for. I think it was title for title. I don't even know. Regardless, it's Will Ospreay versus Pac, which is very exciting for me. A dream match, I would say, for myself personally. I know they fought numerous times before, but I don't think they've had a one-on-one match yet in AEW. So for me, this is a dream come true. We get Pac and Will trading fancy flippy counters. I'm already excited. Pac risky top rope splash to the floor connects. Ospreay enjoyed it so much he copies that exact same maneuver and hits Pac with it. We get a vicious mini slap fight. Oh, baby. Pac brutal avalanche brainbuster has Ospreay just vibrating in pain. Awesome selling. Ospreay gorgeous backflip over the ropes. Pac is caught mid-air. Counters. Flagpoles Will with a unbelievable DDT. Good lord. Thumbs up. Pac hits a German on the apron, folding up Ospreay. Not done yet. Why not a Poison Rana on the apron as well? Oh my goodness. Thumbs up for that as well. Pac brutalizer applied. Will barely gets to the rope. Pac Black Arrow is countered with Ospreay's knees. And again, that looks absolutely brutal. Holy jumping. Insane flurry of lightning fast counters and near falls brings the crowd to their feet. Brutalizer locked in again. Ospreay powers out, hits a Poison Rana and Hidden Blade out of nowhere. Pac kicks out of that. Ospreay backflip counters out of an avalanche Poison Rana, nails a Hidden Blade, and Pac kicks out again. Holy crap, man. Tiger Driver is countered by Pac into a roll-up. We get another near fall. Ospreay counters into the Styles Clash, hits another Hidden Blade, pins, and wins/defends. I don't know. Regardless, that was a dream match for the ages for myself. Oh, that was so good. Two of the best on the planet putting on an absolute clinic right there. Tons of near falls. Lots of them, honestly, would have made incredible finishes for this match. Some of the counters into those finishes, like 3 of those, they could have saved for potential matches down the road. They were so freaking good, and I would have been over the moon with those finishes right there. So probably a near fall or 2 and a finish or 2 too many. I mean, why blow your load with all these fantastic moments only to have, like, yeah, 1 great near fall, but I feel like possibly 1 too many. But other than that, man, this was just incredible. Selling at the highest level. Everything looks so freaking deadly. I mean, it probably was. I mean, they were definitely beating the shit out of each other, but every bump, they just make everything look incredibly painful. Ridiculous pace, not a lot of fat on this match whatsoever. They were bouncing right back up, but not too much that it like watered down the offense too much. This was incredible. I'll leave space for some room on this one. 9.5 out of freaking 10. That was outstanding. And it's not, oh my goodness, we get to another good one. It's the Chicago Street Fight. Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander. This beef has been cooking for some time now. Here we go. Willow, hot start, just whooping ass. Chris cools down Willow with a power bomb through the announce table. Owie, thumbs up. Statlander swanton bomb misses and crashes through a table. That was a nasty, nasty fall. Willow makes it worse, pounces Chris through the barricade right after that. Oh, poor Chris, poor Chris. I'll give you a thumbs up for all that. That's a lot of damage. Willow gets suplexed onto the stage. Willow blasts Chris over the head with a bundle of light tubes. That was awesome and looked incredibly painful. Thumbs up. Chris is busted open. Doesn't matter. Spears Willow off the frickin' stage through a pile of tables. That was perfectly executed. I don't even know what just happened. Did I just turn into Tony the Tiger for a second? It was a perfect execution on that bump. Thumbs up. Willow forearm smashing Chris with a steel chain. Chris pours out the tacks, which means she's going into those thumbtacks. That always happens. Chris misses a kick, doing the splits onto the frickin' thumbtacks. I mean, she didn't get all of that, but still really cool. We make it worse, though. Willow Death Valley drivers Chris into the thumbtacks. Goodness gracious, thumbs up. Statlander avalanche Spanish fly hits Willow with a chain-wrapped lariat. We get a near fall there. Chris taking forever to chain herself to Willow. That took a minute, maybe 2. Both women exchanging heavy shots. Then they kind of hug. Willow planted with a tombstone. Chris wraps the chain around Willow's neck and the mouth of Willow, forcing the tap out. Statlander wins the street fight. That was a stupid, violent match. Oh my goodness. Lots of weapons. The light tube bundle was awesome. I love a good light bundle tube. Spear off of the stage. Like I said, that was so perfect. The replay, they went right down the middle. Perfect leap. Just, that was some good shit. Hathaway ran away really early, so I don't remember him coming back at all, so I don't recall any shenanigans from him, which makes me extremely happy. Just let them fight, especially on pay-per-view. Let them fight. Another brutal chapter in this friendship-turned-bitter rivalry. Will it be the final, though? Is this the final chapter? It feels like it. That was a pretty statement victory for Statlander. I mean, no real shenanigans, nothing really you can call out to be like, oh, Willow can say, oh, fucking Hathaway cheated and helped her, but he didn't really. So this could be the end, and what an end. We can revisit it another day sometime, but whew, what a finale it could be if it is. 9 out of 10. We get Will Ospreay running his mouth backstage. This pisses off Ricochet. They exchange some pleasantries. Ospreay walks away. Ricochet versus Ospreay. Yes, please. We're definitely going to get that. I've seen clips of these two fighting in the indies, just jaw-dropping. So, Ricochet's still at the top of his level, I would say. I don't know if they're going to more than likely going to capture some friggin' magic, of course. Let's get to the Continental Championship 4-way match. It's Kazuchika Okada defending against Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Takeshita. Conglomeration doing Mick Foley style elbow drops off of the apron together. That's a lot of fun. So 2 members of the Conglomeration are in this match together, Briscoe and Orange. Not a lot really explored there other than teaming up right here. Everyone is suplexing each other. Cassidy tosses in a stun dog to keep things fresh. Orange and Briscoe high five, and then they start beating the crap out of each other. So no animosity there, just good competition. Okada and Takeshita go shot for shot. The crowd is loving it. I'm loving it. Awesome Blue Thunder Bomb out of nowhere. Okada kicks out. Okada hit with a triple team finisher combo by everybody. He's gone for a long time. Jay Driller connects on Takeshita, but Okada returns from the dead to save his championship. Takeshita blasts Mark in the face with a knee, hits Orange with an orange punch. Okada returns again from the dead, clears the ring, nails Orange with a Rainmaker, and Okada retains. Really good matchup right here. Maybe a little bit disappointing because it looks clear to me that the money is in Okada versus Takeshita. And the little tease we got in here just kind of made me want it. No offense to Orange and Briscoe. They brought a good element to the match as well, but I just want Okada versus Takeshita one-on-one. I imagine that's where we're leading to, but yeah, it was really good, but not great. I kind of wanted a little bit more out of this one. There was no weapons other than Briscoe jumping off of the chair. No blood or anything. Not a lot of violence or real big spots. Takeshita, stiff strikes. Great effort from him. Really hope we get that Okada Takeshita one-on-one for the championship. Let's do that shit. 7.5 out of 10. We get the TBS Championship match now. Mercedes Moné defending against Hikaru Shida, and Mercedes Moné is not allowed to have Camille at ringside. She's all alone. Shida, mean-looking knee lift. Moné bounces right back with a Meteora. Fun Irish whip counterfest. That was a lot of fun. That popped the crowd, popped me. Hikaru fires up with a missile drop kick and a stiff lariat. Moné rolling powerbomb Shida into the corner, hits a nasty-looking hip attack. We get a near fall. Shida knees up for Moné's frog splash again. That just looks so freaking painful. Ow, I wouldn't want to do it. I just wouldn't be a high flyer because I'm not taking no knees, bitch. Shida hits 3 Falcon arrows in a row. We get a near fall. Shida, first katana, looks iffy. The second one, holy fuck, right on the button. Looks like you killed Moné, thumbs up, and then she does a third one, kinda ugly, and commentary's covering saying that Shida's knee is injured, so Moné kicks out. Hikaru grabs her kendo stick, wants to hit Moné, but she ends up chickening out, just hits the mat, so the fuck. Shida misses a Meteora off of the top, hurting her knee more so. Moné chop block, nails the moneymaker, and Mercedes Moné retains. Really impressive durability and toughness from Moné and Shida. I would say more so Moné. Like, Moné just kept bouncing right freaking back, stopping Shida's momentum. Yeah, I was very impressed with that. Mercedes not needing Camille to win, also impressive and a big positive, making Moné look tough. We all know that Moné, well, I don't know if everybody knows, but I know that she's one of the best in-ring talents in the world, in the female division. So I know she can freaking go. Just right now, she's building up this big bad heel character, but she can go, and that is a quality of a great heel. Crowd honestly was restless at times. It was a bit more of that methodical pace. Moné slowing things down, kind of taunting at the crowd, taunting her opponent, Hikaru Shida, so on and so forth. But she played with the crowd a little bit. It's not that they disliked the match. It's just, I don't know. They were just, I don't know. They're spoiled rotten brats. They want every match to go 10 out of 10 pace for the whole entire thing. For me, honestly, it was really refreshing. This pace at this time in the show. For me, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good competitive match, good title fight, 7 out of 10. And here he comes. You know the show is about to get real because here comes good old JR. He comes out to join the commentary for the rest of the show. We start with the AEW World Championship match. It is Bryan Danielson defending against Jack Perry with the Elite. We get a cool video for Perry with like this Dark Knight vibe. It looks literally like they pulled out the scene when they're driving the truck underneath the overpasses and shit. Like probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. Looks like that. Anyway, Bryan with the final countdown entrance gives me goosebumps every time. Love it. Perry, retreating to the outside, tricks Bryan into an onslaught onto the outside of the ring. Perry delivering thunderous chops, loving it. Bryan, super backplex, looks scary as fuck, locks Perry into a nasty armbar. Perry escapes, puts Danielson into the cattle mutilation. Both men trading heavy strikes on the apron. Danielson butterfly suplexes Jack off of the apron. That was a nasty bump right there. Thumbs up. Stiff as fuck yes kicks from Bryan. Perry counters the psycho knee into the snare trap. Stupid frickin' referee Brinsberg is hit with a psycho knee. He's down. Bucks run down, of course, nail Bryan with a TK driver. And here comes Claudio. He chases off the Bucks. Perry running knee counters. The Perry running knee connects. The referee with the slow count. Danielson kicks out. Perry runs into the psycho knee. Jack is sent flying across the ring. That was an awesome sell. Thumbs up for that. Perry is smacking the bejesus out of Bryan, who just keeps going forward like he's the frickin' Terminator. So cool. He's so cool. Perry eats another psycho knee, kicks out yet again. Bryan stomping Perry's fucking head in. The crowd is in a yes frenzy. Perry with arms wide open. You know, Creed. Perry, I'll do it normally. Perry with arms wide open, blasted with a final psycho knee, and Danielson pins and retains. Oh, my good, I'm sweating right now. Outstanding performance. I'm not really. Performance from both men, taking tons of freaking damage. Perry, really impressive work right here. Possibly his best singles match in AEW. He's been here a long time, so there might be a banger, a better one, but regardless, outstanding performance from Jack in this new role. At least, thumbs up for him. Both got absolutely ridiculous stiffness. Like, oh my god, the chops, the kicks, just thunderous. You can hear them ringing through the freaking arena. It was awesome. We got some great near falls popping up the crowd. The selling was top tier. 8.5 out of 10. Lose a little points because of Brinsberg and the freaking shenaniganery and all that crap. Danielson, celebration is cut short. It's Kill Switch appearing behind Bryan, attacking the champion. The patriarchy arrive, Christian with the contract in hand. Oh no. But it's Moxley out of nowhere stopping Christian. Okay. We get BCC members arriving and Pac 2, because why the fuck not? Everyone is happy, celebrating together, and then it happens. Fucking Claudio blindsides Danielson with an uppercut. Oh my god. Bryan absolutely stunned, like just flabbergasted. So flabbergasted that he didn't even he got dropped by that uppercut, but he didn't even hurt him. Anyway, Moxley puts a fucking a plastic bag over Bryan's head for a very, very long time. 2-3 minutes, just suffocating Danielson. I guarantee that they had it gimmicked so he didn't actually fucking kill him. Yuta trying to help Bryan but is restrained. Crowd chanting, "This is murder." That was funny. That made me laugh. That was good. Medical finally arrives after way too long. They bring an oxygen tank and quickly carry Bryan out of the ring. That was a scary image. Not normal. You don't usually see a wrestler carried out that way. JR is losing it on commentary, classic stuff. This is disgusting. This is the most sickening thing. All that stuff. Loving it. That was messed up, though. It was fucked up. Claudio teaming up with Moxley and Shafir now. So they got this, new group forming. So, Moxley's kind of been on the outside of the Blackpool Combat Club for a while now. It's always been a weird club. They've kind of just been guys that like to fight, kind of do their own things. They just kind of come together and they kind of are a team. But I guess now we got this new fucking confusing thing going on with Moxley. He's all over the map. He's being nice to Darby, but calling out I'm so confused at what Moxley's doing right now. No idea. Let me know what you think he's up to. But this is cool for Claudio. It's something different. I did feel like he was, yes, he wrestles. He's outstanding, but he's so one note. Like, he really has nothing going on. So this is something. We'll see where it goes. Very, very interesting. Maybe Claudio, we can get, oh my God, Claudio versus Danielson. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot. Speaking of hurt, main event time, baby. Unsanctioned steel cage match. So, AEW just spicing things up, saying, well, we're not responsible for these wrestlers. We're not, no lawsuits. So it's Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page, just continuing this unbelievably brutal rivalry. With the latest chapter being fucking Hangman burning down Swerve's childhood home. That was the night before this match. So Swerve coming in a little bit upset. All right, let's get into this freaking thing. Page is flanked by security guards. They do absolutely nothing for him this entire match, so they're pointless. Swerve's gear has pictures of Hangman burning down the house, so just a cool little Easter egg there. Swerve and Hangman attempt to squish each other under the cage while it's lowering. Fucking Nana's throwing in weapons and shit, and then he pushes them both in to save their lives. All right, they're sealed in now. Hangman using a staple gun on Swerve. We get the staple gun again. Swerve again just laughs it off and then staples a picture of the burning house onto Hangman's fucking face. Wow. That's some jackass level shit right there. Thumbs up. Hangman delivers a barbed wire wrapped lariat. Page is repeatedly slamming Swerve into the cage, and Page cannot use his buckshot lariat the way he likes to do it because there's a cage wrapped around the ring, so he can't. There's no room. Strickland says, hold my beer, uses the referee to hit a buckshot. That's how you fucking do it, Hangman. It was a little bit awkward, but A for effort. That was sick. Hangman lawn darted into a chair, straight up. Swerve brings out the cinder block and hits Adam with a freaking vertebraker onto the cinder block. I mean, that is one of the gnarliest bumps. Thankfully, he didn't get all of it. If he got all of it, Hangman may not be with us anymore, but he got enough of it because there is a nasty, nasty mark on the back of Hangman. So, thank you so much, Hangman, for that bump. That was ridiculous. Swerve stomps Hangman through a table off of the top rope. That looked incredible. That looks so freaking good. That stuff usually doesn't go over that great, but Hangman was draped over the side and Swerve just he just scorpioned Hangman there. That was amazing. Thumbs up. Page and Swerve trying to stab each other with a friggin' spike. Swerve drives the spike into Hangman's head numerous times. Oh my goodness. Swerve powerbombed onto the cinder block. And again, that is one of the nastiest, most gruesome bumps I have ever seen. He got all of that cinder block. Swerve was absolutely broken in half. Holy shit, thumbs up. Hangman hit with 2 house calls. He kicks out of those. Page super power bomb and a deadeye. Swerve kicks out of that. Page demanding Swerve to beg. Swerve laughs that off and then collapses. Adam removes Swerve's grill and then sticks a syringe into his mouth. What the fuck is going on? Apparently this syringe is filled with something that will probably knock Swerve out, I'm guessing. Anyway, Hangman then cracks Swerve over the head with a brutal old school chair shot right to the fucking cranium, man. That was nasty. The camera kind of cuts off so you don't really see the connection perfectly. I don't know if they had to do that because you're really not supposed to hit people over the head with a chair like that anymore, but regardless, the referee calls the match. It's over. Hangman wins. Oh my word. Hangman and Swerve should probably go to prison. That was ridiculous. That was insane. One of the most brutal matches I have ever seen, man. And I used to watch ECW. Amazing. The old ECW, not that bullshit that WWE did. Amazing effort, to say the least, from Swerve and Page. sacrificing their lives, literally sacrificing their lives, taking years off of their careers for this match, for this performance, for us, the fans. So, quadruple thumbs up for that. Scary, scary bumps. Scary bumps. So many of them. I mean, the cinder block was just fucked up. That was so freaking brutal. And the story that they told in the storyline, the burning house, the hatred in the ring, this rivalry hitting an absolutely insane climax, to say the least. Nobody messed with this match. It was just Swerve and Hangman. Let's call it getting a little frustration out on each other. So that was perfect. So happy no one jumped into the cage. No one fucking did any bullshit. There was no fire. I feel like there was bets. They were promoting bets that will there or won't there be fire during the pre-show. So no fire. That doesn't, I know the fans were calling for fire. I don't think if fire would have been great, but I don't think it would have done anything more or less, honestly, for this match. This was a phenomenal match. I can't give them anything less than a 10 out of 10. That was absolutely incredible. Absolutely insane. The cage rises, Hangman teases to come back and beat up Swerve some more, and man, I don't know if this is ever going to end between these two. Honestly, I could see this going again. They could maybe take a break from each other and then come back strong again and kill each other. Who knows? That was fucking so brutal. Oh my gosh. I am very, very impressed. That's the end of the show, by the way. Very impressed with the roster of AEW. And just the crew and everybody putting on 2 major pay-per-views in 2 different countries in under 2 weeks. That is, I don't ever do that again. It's not recommended. I imagine people are going to get hurt because of this, and it's going to be a rough recovery. But an unbelievable performance all around. Thumbs up. Wrestling on another level in the special Chicago venue. The crowd brought great energy throughout. So many excellent matches and performances. Where do you Swerve and Page, obviously, that's the show stealer. That's the cherry on top of this show. 10 out of 10, incredible matchup. Danielson versus Perry delivered. Ospreay and Pac was a dream match that delivered for me. I hope we get some more of that. Willow and Statlander tore the fucking house down. They were freaking killing each other. Main card, at least I can say the main card, a much better job at mixing up the match types and styles. We didn't have 5 tag team matches in a row or freaking 3 strong style matches in a row. I felt like they did a really good job mixing that up. A couple of big shocking moments. Claudio betraying Blackpool Combat Club and Danielson and shit. Whoa, that's going to be a lot of fun to break down as that unfolds throughout the next, who knows how long that's going to happen for. And honestly, I can't believe still Luchasaurus hasn't turned on Christian yet. I feel like they blew it at Wembley. That was the time to do it. They didn't do it. Now I don't know. It didn't feel right if they did it this time. It didn't. If they did it, I would have been like, okay, finally. Didn't feel right. So don't really. It didn't. I don't know. It just didn't come off as the time. But at this point, I just don't know if it's ever gonna happen. And who knows when the next really perfect moment is gonna come around, like Wembley was. You don't get that opportunity all the time. So I'm sad. Ricochet and Ospreay teasing a big match. That's going to be ridiculous. I would say, honestly, so far, this is the best wrestling pay-per-view of the year. Good amount of surprises and fun in the middle, and it was a good pace. It's what I like out of a pay-per-view, and AEW a little bit toned back on that this time as well. They weren't it didn't feel very, very rushed. I felt like they did a good job with their timing this time around. It didn't feel like a match was just hurry up, get it done, get the hell out of the way. We got to finish this freaking match. It felt good. It didn't feel rushed. So well done right there. And it felt tight, but not too tight. It was okay, here's the match. Here's 4, 5 minutes, 6 minutes in between, and then we get maybe not even. Sometimes it's just 2 to 5 minutes, and then we get the next match rolling. So, not as long as WWE, not as fast as AEW tends to be, so I like it. Well done right there, everybody. 9 out of 10 for AEW's All Out. Let me know what your favorite match of the night was. I'm going Swerve and Hangman in their brutal match. I know it's not for everybody. Some of those matches are very hard to watch for some people. I understand that. I'm I'm what do you call it? Numb to that stuff. Been watching brutal matches like that for a very long time. But hence, me saying that that's one of the more brutal matches I've ever seen. It's pretty fucking brutal. So understand if it's not for everyone, but it's for me because I'm a sicko. So let me know what your favorite match was. Honestly, I was a little bit let down by the 4-way international continental match or whatever. Just felt like too many cooks in the kitchen. Everyone wanted and everyone wants Okada Takeshita. That's what we want right there. I feel like that would have been the match to have. The 4-way was good, not great, but a little bit let down. I was quite excited once that one started. The guys started coming out. I'm like, oh, Takeshita, like Orange Cassidy. Oh my God, like this is, those are very, very elite wrestlers in there, and they did a great job, a really great job. Just I wanted something else, honestly, so I don't know. Anyway, let me know what your favorite matches were, and that is the episode, everybody. I didn't do predictions for this one, so I don't know. And I didn't watch this one with my wife, so we weren't doing a competition, sadly. So there you go. That's the show. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. You the best. You want to be even more of the best, make sure you're reviewing and liking the podcast. Share it with a friend or 17. It doesn't matter. The more, the merrier. We also have a Twitter page where I put announcements as best as I can, let you know when the episodes are out. You can follow along over there. And if you want a question answered live on the episode, you can send a Twitter message. I also upload all the episodes to the YouTube channel GamerGX Video. Toss a comment down on one of the episodes. I'll see it, and you can get a question answered on the podcast, preferably about wrestling, hockey, or video games. Everything else, I, take with a grain of salt. Not an expert in anything, in fact. So just bear in mind. So there's also an email address if you want to have a private conversation. My door is open for everyone and anyone. And in terms of what's been going on with the pod this week and weekend and all that stuff, been busy. Lots of wrestling. So yeah, you got your wrestling, pay-per-view, recap, all that great stuff. HockeyCast is going to be fun. Some news is coming out this week. Going to be topping up on, there's 4 more teams to cover for the overviews, and then, we start to get into some fun predictions, and, oh yeah, baby, the hockey season's getting close. GamerCast was a Star Wars episode, the Star Wars Force Unleashed. Did a backlog review on that, never played it for the first time. You can see listen to how that went, and I think that's everything we got going on. In terms of what maybe in the upcoming week, I'm kind of eyeing up potentially a Marvel Midnight Suns review. I am plowing through this game. I am on a fucking mission to get this game finished before it leaves the PlayStation Network thingy. So I could probably pull off the review in the next episode. So if it's not that, it'll be something else. But keep an eye out, follow along with everything. You the best. And thank you so much for listening to the GX Plus Cast.